What is up, guys? It's your boy Jayy Braxx with another video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, and share. Most men will live in quiet desperation. They're trapped in their jobs that they probably don't like. They're chained to their addictions, and they really won't admit it. You know, they're living the same week over and over and over again, and they're calling it a life. But a few men will break free from this trap. They'll wake up with purpose. They'll actually make something happen out of their lives, and they'll build their lives with something that they actually love. And the difference between those that, do isn't luck. It's mindset, it's habits, and it's courage. It's pride. It's having something to live for. So I'm going to break down with you guys why most men will never be free and exactly what you need to do to escape the cycle. So, the chains. When we're talking about the chains, guys, look, I know this might sound crazy, but let's start with the truth. Most men are slaves, okay? Not to other people, but to their own comfort. They're slaves to their vices. They wake up, they're tired, they scroll for 30 minutes, dragging out the whole morning, dragging themselves to the job that they don't like, that drains the hell out of them. They come home and they pour a drink. They turn on the TV, they look at Netflix, they roll a blunt and repeat the cycle 5, 6, 7 days a week. And that's not freedom. That's actually a loop. A comfortable loop, a prison cell of comfort. And here's the worst part about it. They think that it's normal. And the reason why is because everybody around them is living the same exact way. So we got to think, we've been conditioned to believe that a lot of the way that we act is normal. And if we make just enough money to survive, buy a few nice things, and have unwind time to relax, distractions are just a part of the whole thing. We have to distract ourselves to relax. But deep down, every man knows that when he's living beneath his true potential, there's a quiet voice in your head that says this. It's like, this isn't it. I know I can do more. I know I was born to do more with my life. Your soul's begging you for freedom. Let me be clear. Look, if you don't control your time, your energy, your habits, your direction, you are not going to be free. You're not going to be free from nothing. You're not going to be free from yourself and free from those that are trying to hold you back. What is real freedom anyway? Like, I'm saying you won't be free, but like most men think freedom means more money, right? Once I make $10,000 a month, I'll be free. Or once I have a $10,000 a week, I'll be free. Once I get that promotion at the job, I'll be free. Once I get, this car, I'll be free. No, that's financial survival, not necessarily freedom, right? I think true freedom has 3 pillars: time, freedom, controlling your schedule, right? Like not selling your hours, right? Another freedom is your health freedom, being fit, being energetic, having a clear mind, right? And really being able to perform at your peak. And then there's spiritual freedom. Spiritual freedom is more of knowing that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You can actually, you can have millions of dollars and still be enslaved by stress, addiction, your vices, emptiness, trying to fill the void, and you can be broke, but free in your mind. You're focused, you have purpose, and you're disciplined. Freedom starts inside. It's internal. It's a mental shift before a financial shift. It happens inside first. Be, do, have, right? You don't earn your freedom, you build it. Decision by decision by decision. So let's talk about how to do that, okay? I want to break down a formula for you guys on how to break free from the slaves of your own enslavement and from the chains of your own enslavement. And here's the blueprint. Okay, it's a 4-step blueprint that I'm going to give you guys, and each one builds on top of each other. So don't just listen, apply it, take notes if you're writing stuff down at home. So step 1, cut out all addictions. Okay, I know it's going to be hard, but cut out all your addictions. You can't be free if you're still a slave to pleasure. I'm talking about pornography, weed, junk, food, endless scrolling. These things are going to rob you of your focus, your energy, and your drive, really. So most men can't focus for more than 30 seconds because they've been flooded. Their brains are completely filled with dopamine from all the artificial hits that they're putting on themselves. You know, you want to change your life, you got to start by getting comfortable and being uncomfortable and get control of your urges. You know, go on a dopamine detox for 30 days with no corn, no weed, no social media scrolling, doom scrolling, right? No junk food. You know, cut it all out. And then try to replace those things with silence, praying, reading, working out, meditating, and you'll be shocked how much more clear your mind becomes once you decide to reset your brain, right? So remember that freedom requires clarity, and addictions cloud your clarity. The second thing is you want to build your body, okay? Your body is your foundation. If your body is weak, your mind will follow. When you're not in shape, when you're out of shape, and you're tired and you're insecure, you don't take risks, you don't lead, and you don't really dream big as much. You know, but when you're disciplined and you're in the gym, that discipline bleeds into other areas of your life. You exuberate confidence, right? Your standards even rise. You start to see yourself as the man in which you are trying to become, a man that's in control. So actionable steps here is hit the gym at least 5 times a week. You know, you track your workouts, track your food if you can, right? Eat clean, lean proteins and whole foods. Get rid of processed foods and processed sugars. Drink a lot of water, at least a gallon a day, and get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. You don't need to look like a bodybuilder, right? You don't need to, become Mr. Olympia. You just need to look and feel like a man who's built for war, physically and mentally. You are literally at war at all times, so prepare for it. The third step is build income streams. Once your mind and your body are in control, it's time to start building your financial freedom, okay? Money doesn't buy happiness. It really doesn't, but it does buy options. It buys time to spend with your family, which is the most important thing because it's going to give you energy too, to create an impact, and it's going to give you leverage to walk away from people, places, and things that drain you of your energy, which is, I feel, most important. And most men never get here because they rely on a single stream of income, their entire lives, their job, right? And that's financial slavery, especially if your job is on an hourly basis. If your boss can decide when you can work, how much you make, and when you can take time off to see your family and all of that, you're not free. You need to learn a skill set that pays. Sales, marketing, communications, e-commerce, leadership. These are all high income and transferable skills that you can pretty much apply and make money with in different realms of the job force. And then you can use those same skills to build multiple streams of income. You could start a business, learn to sell, create content, build something on that that's going to pay you even when you're asleep. Warren Buffett, come on, you guys know the quote. You got to get paid while you're sleeping. But you got to start small and stay consistent. Don't aim to get rich fast. If it's get rich quick, it's probably not that good. Aim to get free permanently. Okay? Step 4 is anchor yourself in your faith. Here's what most people miss, and a lot of guys get wrong. They chase the money, they chase the fitness, and they want the success and they want the financial freedom, but they never find peace. Because here's the thing, freedom without direction is chaos. And when you build everything on your ego, you'll always feel like something's off or something's missing, right? And that's why faith is so important. You know, faith gives you alignment. It gives you alignment with your goals. It reminds you of your purpose and that your purpose is bigger than your money. It's bigger than the muscles. It's bigger than the status. It's bigger than everything. It gives you peace in the process. For me, you know, that means starting and ending my day with prayer, gratitude, going into my Bible, humility. It means surrendering control to a higher power. Not to be weak, but to have strength that's rooted in something that's way bigger than me. And without faith, you always feel like you're chasing freedom. You know, that chasing freedom feeling feels empty. And without it, you're building freedom that doesn't really exist. You know, freedom that doesn't last. But, you know, putting it all together, guys, let's recap on everything. If you want to be free, I mean like truly free, you have to build it in multiple layers. You got to master your mind by cutting out all the addictions and all the vices. You got to cut out the vices. You got to master your body through daily disciplines, going into the gym on a daily basis. Master your money by learning a valuable skill set and building streams of income that will last you when you're not even here anymore. And master your spirit by anchoring in faith. If you do that, and you'll wake up one day realizing you don't answer to anyone, you know, but God and your own mission. And so that's real freedom, guys. That's where the real freedom lies. And so if this hits you, make sure you subscribe. But most men will stay slaves to comfort. They'll talk about, you know, change and never do anything or act on it, but not you. You know, everyone that's watching this video, if you watched it this far, that means that you're built for something different. So let's lock in, man. Subscribe to the channel. Join me, because here's the thing. We're going to be building with other people who want to break these chains too. They want to take control and they want to live a free life. You know, so if that's you, get with me. We're growing, and I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Let's get it.